Hi, everyone. My name is Joe Allen. I'm a professor here at Chaminade University, and I'll be presenting with uh, sorry about that, Shauna Pimentel Motaoka, and we'll be talking tonight about some stuff here. Shauna, maybe you can say hi.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shauna. I'm the Director of Admissions here at Chaminade. Look forward to working with you and sharing some information in a little bit.
Okay, so again, what we wanted to do today is mainly make this a question and answer session, and have it be here for you folks who are online now, who are interested in the program or just exploring. Before we get started, I wanted to say a few things about Zoom. We're using the Zoom platform. If you have a question, just scroll down to the bottom of your Zoom screen and you'll see Q&A or chat. And you can ask us any questions throughout the time. We're going to try and answer everything tonight here while we're recording or while we're live here so that we can get to those questions. If for some reason we overlook something, we'll get back to you. So again, just use Q&A or chat and we'll try and answer all of your questions. What I wanted to do today was just give a little overview of the program and Chaminade University, and then we'll go into, Shauna can talk about financial aid and registering and admissions. So Chaminade University has about 2,500 students, of which about 1,100 are on the traditional day graduate program. And then 1,400 of those, a little over half, are in the online program and or at our satellite campuses. We're a fully accredited university, and we offer 11 bachelor degrees online and 4 associate degrees. For the bachelor degrees, for education, we offer early childhood education, early childhood Montessori, elementary ed, and secondary education. And then outside of education, we have business administration, criminology and criminal justice, English, historical and political studies, management, psychology, and religious studies. And again, for me, I teach in the criminology and criminal justice department, so that's where I'm coming from. If you haven't taken an online course before or just aren't even at that point of considering or considering this as a learning environment, just a few things. I think the online environment helps. It does help people who might have tighter schedule. It definitely allows you to fit classes into your schedule, into your life. It is at a different pacing, so you get to come into class virtually when it fits your schedule. So that's the beauty of the online class environment. And maybe when we go to Shauna later, she can give us a little insight. She was an undergraduate, and I believe she completed the graduate program, one of our graduate programs. And she could probably talk a little bit about her experiences. And now things have changed. If you were to maybe go in and try and do an undergraduate degree online, how might that fit your schedule now as a full-time worker and maybe now you're a mom, right? A couple kids?
Yes, I am a full-time employee at Chaminade after earning my undergraduate and graduate degree here. And so full day of work, and then I go home and I have my kids at home. So very busy. So the online program, I think, is actually ideal for someone similar to my situation, where you're very busy. You can't necessarily go to class in the day, but with the online program, you could go whenever you're free. It could be on your lunch break. It could be after you put the kids to bed. So definitely a program that will really be flexible in when you have to check in and do your assignments.
All right, thanks for that, Shauna. Yeah, I think it does provide flexibility, especially those who are working and if they have kind of hectic lives with children and stuff like that. Because the way a day undergraduate program works is the classes are at prescribed time frames, so you have to be there during those time frames. Online, you can kind of go when it fits your schedule. For our online program, the class sizes are the same as they are for our day classes. Anywhere, I would say on average about 20 students per class. And they're taught by the same faculty that teach our day undergraduate and our graduate program. So it's the same people who teach there. And if you think you're not tech savvy to enter in an online program, let me say that the online environment has, and online classes has developed a lot in the last decade or two, decade and a half, especially the last decade. And the learning environments are very easy, very robust, very end user friendly. We use what they call Canvas Learning Management System. And I think most people would be able to pick that up fairly quickly. And we do offer technical assistance dedicated towards our online users, so that helps them, so that it's not about trying to learn how to work this management system. It's more about trying to learn the things you need to learn. In terms of the program, the online program runs year-round. The terms are 10 weeks each. There's 4 terms: fall, winter, spring, and summer. And then there's 2 to 3 weeks in between each term. Usual class load is 2 to 3 classes per term. And if you average 2.5 courses per term, you end up on that 4-year schedule. You could, if time was really tight for you a certain term, you could drop it down to a class or no classes. And then if there were times where you wanted to catch up or you actually wanted to accelerate, you could probably take up to 3 classes per term and try and bump things up. And we do have people, dedicated advisors, to try and help you through there. It's not like you sign up and then you're on your own to try and figure things out. We do have people who will help you register, and also for career things, and along with trying to navigate Canvas. But again, I think probably your professors, in terms of navigating Canvas, is probably your first line of defense there. So again, it's average of 10 courses per year. You do that over 4 years, you get the 40 courses on average that it takes to finish your degree. And that comes out to about 2 to 3 per term. And again, dedicated advisors for you and your degree planning. So that's it on the online stuff. I guess, Shauna, did you want to talk briefly about financial aid and registering and admissions, that kind of stuff?
Sure. Thank you, Joe. So our application process for our online program is online, and it is simple. We have a $25 application fee. And then to complete the application, typically we would require an official transcript. So if you've never attended college before, that would be your high school transcript. If you are in the military, it could be your joint services transcript. Or if you've attended college previously, it could be your college transcript. And then once we get a copy of that transcript, we're able to do a transcript evaluation. So we can let you know what classes you've completed and how that will apply toward your degree here at Chaminade. So we can get you on the faster track to earning that degree. At Chaminade, we also offer financial aid. So students can complete the FAFSA, so the free application for federal student aid. And then once you're accepted, our financial aid office will be able to generate an award letter for you. We also actually offer classes on our military bases. So if you're interested in taking classes in the evening, we have classes at Schofield, Tripler, and Pearl Harbor. And so our advisors are located on those bases and they can walk you through the process. On campus, we also have the advisors that can help you through the application process as well as selecting classes. Our next term is going to begin on October 1st and registration has just begun. So we can definitely work with you and your schedule and fitting in classes toward your degree. Our tuition is affordable. It can range for our active military from $250 per credit to $500 per credit hour. And then of course we have the financial aid that can help bring that cost down too. And I am definitely ready to take any questions that you may have about the application process or financial aid. So please let us know.
So yeah, I think one thing that Shauna said too, if you're here locally and you don't want to do everything online, you could also take courses in person at our satellite campuses or our bases, or if you wanted to also mix in something at our main campus, you could do that. I've taught at our satellite campuses a number of times, especially in the past, and a lot of students will mix things up and hybrid it, as they would call it. So let's see, we have any questions here? Okay, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask us. Okay, we got a question about transfer classes. John, do you want to take this or do you want me to take it?
Sure, I got it. So yes, we do accept transfer classes. So what we would need is your official transcript, and then we'll do an evaluation to determine what classes that you've already completed will count toward your degree with us.
Okay, cool. And I know that when we do transfer classes, especially if the UH system, we will tend to be pretty good on that. And we will usually try and find equivalents if it's possible whenever we can. So we'll try and work with you if you're transferring from another school. We got a question here. Let's see. How long would I have to decide what I want to major in? You know, a lot of this is a little bit of a personal thing, but usually I think you'd want to try and figure out your major uh, by the end of your sophomore year, maybe the beginning of your junior year, if possible. That's just so that you can be most efficient in terms of getting things done. And hopefully, as you progress through the undergraduate program, that becomes a little bit more clear. We do have resources here to explore your career interests, the things that maybe might be your actual intrinsic personal interests that might develop into career interests, and we can help you figure that stuff out too. What's the deadline for the next term? That's for you, Shauna. I know this term is, I'm teaching in this term and it's finishing up in 2 or 3 weeks. So the next term is probably coming up pretty soon, right?
So the next term begins on October 1st. And so students can register right up until that time.
All right. Let's see. We'll stay here until if you guys have, okay, we still got another question here. Is an online degree the same as traditional one? Yes, it is. And we make no difference about our online program and our day undergraduate. It is recognized the same. And we feel confident that it's delivered the same way. That's why we have the same people teaching those online courses, delivering the same content. And it doesn't show up as like online or day undergraduate. It's the same degree. So, all right. We're here for you guys. So if you guys got any questions, just let us know. We'll be here. We'll stay here. Okay, we got one more here. Do you submit assignments through email? Okay, so here we're getting a little bit more specific. No, it depends on your professor, but we have this kind of interface. It's called Canvas, and it's basically a website that you go to, and that is where all of your stuff is, and you can submit assignments through there. And as a person who's been teaching the online program for a number of years now, again, I've seen the progression of programs and interfaces, and the stuff nowadays that we're using for online learning is light years ahead of what it was maybe a decade ago. So it's very easy. And most of the time I see very little technical problems. And if someone does have any technical problems or trying to figure things out, usually it's pretty easy to walk them through it. And I think of myself as the line of first defense there. I know it all depends on your school, but I think our professors will try and help you through that instead of just turning you on to some IT person. So, I think we're here to help you guys. So, all right, let's see here. We got another one come in. Do you have tutoring if we need help? Yes, we do. We have tutoring services, and also through Canvas, we do have online tutoring services. So they're all there to help you try and do well. And we want you to do well. We don't want, the online environment, I think a lot of people think that you're on your own, and you definitely aren't. So there's definitely help and assistance and resources there for you to do well and achieve. Okay, there's a question. I'll answer this one, Shauna, okay, do I still have to buy books for online classes? Yes, you're gonna have to buy books, but it's like that for the day undergraduate too, but a lot of times now the delivery of books are electronic. So even for our day undergraduate, you can get the hard copy books. You can order them the same way you would anywhere else through Amazon or through the publisher directly. But a lot of times it might be more cost effective to get that ebook or electronic book, that digital version. That way you can kind of rent it. And unless you want to get it for posterity and or for future reference, you can use it during that term, and then you're done with it. And usually the cost is less. It's less costly than it would be if you got the traditional book and then tried to sell it back later if you didn't want to keep it. Okay, let's see. We got one more. Oh, graduation. Do you want to take this one, or you want me to take it, Shauna?
Sure, I can take it. So graduation, it would still be the same graduation ceremony that you could participate in if you are on island or if you wanted to fly in for it. We would have students just be mindful of when our petition and clearance dates are for graduation ceremony. But we could definitely work with you in making sure that we get all of your paperwork in on time to participate in graduation.
Yeah, graduation is for all of our students. We don't look at our online students as being kind of separate, and we have all of our students, whether they're doing associates or bachelor's degrees, online degrees, or in person, or even our satellite or hybrid campuses. They're doing the kind of evening classes. Our graduation ceremony is for all of our students, and we view all of them the same. So just because you're online doesn't mean you don't partake of the same stuff or have access to the same stuff that traditional day students have. Okay, we got a question here. If I'm an online student, can I use the library, gym, and stuff on campus? As an online student, yeah, you can. You have access to the library, the gym, and stuff on campus. You know what? That one I'm not exactly sure about. I don't know if these student activity fees are built into that. Shauna, do you know that one? Okay. I would imagine that we can look that up, but I'm not sure how those fees are covered, but we can look that up. But I know the library, you have full access to library services because that's a full educational benefit that you would get. The gym and campus and stuff on campus, I'm not exactly sure. Okay, so we got a question here. I was already accepted into the program, but just completed my FAFSA. Is it too late for me to start on the October session? I did not receive a reward letter yet, or would I need to start on the next session? Jana?
So it is not too late. We could definitely work with you. If you want to give us a call tomorrow, we can definitely look into it and make sure we get you on track to registering for the October session. It is not too late. We can still do it.
Because when does the October session start again?
October 1st.
Okay, so that's like 5 weeks away. So that's a fair amount of time left we've got. So yeah, shouldn't be a problem. And that's what, honestly, that's one thing about a smaller school. You can just call up someone, and we see Shauna here online, and you could actually call up and see Shauna. Okay. All right. Oh, actually, I did find out some information on the access to stuff here on campus. Um, okay. No? Okay. All right. Yeah, well, actually, we should probably try and do some background on that, figure that out. Oh, so, okay. 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 In terms of being able to access the stuff on campus, I guess that's kind of I wasn't expecting that one because usually people are online, but from looking things up, you can access things. So if you are here on Oahu, or you're traveling, or you're visiting, you do have access to the amenities and the things here on campus. So, okay, we figured that out. So that's actually good for me. I figured that out, and I know that now I got that information. All right, cool. Let's see. We'll hold out for another 15 seconds or so and see if anyone has any other questions. Okay, all right. I don't see any questions. So what we're going to do, first off, I want to thank you folks for coming by. If you do have any questions, just let us know. And what I'm going to do is when we log off here, I'm going to post up a page where it'll show the email address where you can ask questions and a phone number if you're interested. So again, I appreciate you folks coming, and get in touch if you have any questions about Chaminade or our online program. Thank you.